Good morning, children. Welcome to our Geography Revision Part 2 from Geography Chapter 1, that is Environment. In the first part, we have discussed about what is the definition of environment, and we have discussed about various components of environment. We have three components: natural, human made, and human components. So these components, they are given in pictures in this chapter, children. You can see it and understand clearly. And we also have discussed about the biotic and abiotic things. Biotic means which have life, and abiotic means which does not have life. So all living things comes under biotic, and all non-living things comes under abiotic things. So you can take some examples of biotic and abiotic, children. And also in the previous class we have discussed about the three elements which helps the environment, which makes up the natural environment. They are the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. So when these three elements of the earth, they interact each other and forms the biosphere. So biosphere is nothing but the place where they interact, these three spheres interact each other and forms a biosphere. So this biosphere is a narrow zone, children, where all the life forms exist. Biosphere is a narrow zone where all the life forms exist. So you know what is the lithosphere? So all the solid crust part is made up of rocks, no? So that all the Himalayas, all the mountains, plateaus, plains comes under, deserts also comes under lithosphere. And what is hydrosphere? So all the water, the domain of water comes under hydrosphere. It means the water in lakes, rivers, seas, oceans, etc. comes under hydrosphere. And what is atmosphere, children? So atmosphere is nothing but it's a thin layer of earth that surrounds the earth. Okay, it's a thin layer of earth that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. So when these three things comes in contact with each other, that there it forms a narrow zone called biosphere. So in this biosphere the life exists. Okay, and now in today's class we are discussing about what is an ecosystem. What is an ecosystem? So in the glossary it is given clearly, see children, it is a system formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other and with the physical and chemical factors of environment in which they live. So they all linked by transfer of energy and material. As I told you earlier, we, it means human beings, plants and animals are a part of ecosystem. We depend one on the other. For example, animals depends on plants for their food. Even we depends on plants and animals for our food. When animals and human beings die, they decompose and we become what? Nitrogen. So that nitrogen will be helpful for plants. So in that way, we depend one on the other in the environment. So that kind of dependency or interaction or interrelation or interdependence is called what, children? Ecosystem. Okay. So here you can see a small ecosystem. It's a pond ecosystem, even a small pond. So I'll just give you examples of small ecosystem, children. Here you can see a large rainforest, grasslands, deserts, mountains, lake, river, ocean. All these, even a small pond comes under ecosystem. So in this ecosystem, the relation between the living organisms and as well as the relationship between the organisms and the surroundings, they all together form a ecosystem. Okay, fine. Now we shall discuss about what human environment. Yes, children. We the human beings, know, interact with the environment. We modify the environment according to our needs. Okay, early human being is a simple man. His life is very simple, was very simple. So he used to lead a simple life to fulfill their requirements. So when time and needs grew, children, the humans learned new ways to use the land, and they used to modify the environment according to their needs. For example, early human beings know their needs are watchful and simple. They want to eat the food and they want to have some shelter. If they want to cover their body with the clothes, no, they kill the animals and they used to cover their bodies with the animal hides. But now our needs increase, children. We want the sophisticated buildings, machinery, okay now ACs is all we need. So we have changed the environment according to our needs. So now we have learned to grow crops, domesticate animals, and we are leading a settled life. Once the early man is a nomad, he is to move from place to place in search of food and water, but now we need not do so because we are leading a settled life. And we also have invented wheel, and we have surplus of production now. And soon after this production, children, man started the barter system. What's the meaning of barter system, children? Here you can see the example given. What's the meaning of barter system? It is a trade in which goods are exchanged without the use of money. It means goods are exchanged for goods. For example, if I want a pen, if you want a bag, I will take your pen and will give my bag to your you will give your bag to me. So if we exchange the goods only without money. In the absence of money, we exchange the goods. So this kind of system used to exist in the beginning when there was no money. Okay, so that barter system emerged, children. Then afterwards trade developed, and commerce developed. It means transportation, and even industrialization also started, children. Transportation also became faster and easier also. And then afterwards no information revolution also started. It means what? Communication. Yeah, it means what? We are getting information from any corner of the world to here in single fraction of second. Okay, yeah, in that way we have made the environment lots and lots of changes. So these children, this perfect, it means a perfect balance is necessary between the natural human environment. Of course we can make some modification, but there should be a balance between the natural and human environment. If you keep on cutting the trees, and if you keep on cutting the modifying the agriculture area, what happens, children? You will not find any area for growing of crops. So ultimately you'll go for again plants, forest to cut it and provide a space for agriculture. Then ultimately what, children? The whole world becomes polluted. Then where you'll go if the whole world get polluted? That's why you need to maintain balance between the natural and human environment. Okay, children. So human beings also learned to live and use their environment in a harmonious way. Okay, peaceful way. How harmonious way means what, children? Peaceful way. And here you can see the exercises, children, textile exercises. I have given the answers for these also. You please learn and try to make MCQs from each and every point from the textbook. Of course I have given the worksheets, but you yourself make the points, key points. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to answer the MCQs or the answers which are asked tomorrow for the test. Okay, children, that's all for today. Thank you. Bye.